Now, stop me if you've heard this one before.
You always say that, Papa.
Ha! And yet you never stop me. But, little Nina, perhaps you do not want a story?
Tell the story! Tell it!
But of course! I had set sail on my greatest adventure to discover the fabled Isle of Libertalia. You remember, I told you of Libertalia, Nina.
The land of true freedom.
That's right. The greatest prize for a sailor. My destiny. But this time, my plans had gone, well, all to pieces. I had seen a bit of the world, from legendary fisherman to heroic lighthouse keeper to, now, treasure hunter. So this was not the first time your papa had to pick himself up and piece himself back together. So, there I was, just another jumble of jetsam, washed up on an unfamiliar shore, completely broke. Again. No doubt about it, I needed to pull myself together.
Oh, how long did you just lie there, Papa?
I didn't just lie there. I was planning my next move. I was missing two things that every sailor needs. Now, what could they be? Now I was beginning to pull myself together. Now I could stand on my own 2 feet, but still I was rolling around like a drunken sailor. I needed to get my head on straight. Back then, I'd forget my own head if someone didn't remind me. Now there was just one thing left.
You've forgotten your hand, Papa.
I needed to grasp the situation with both hands.
Your hand! It's over there.
Ha! But of course! So there I was, Nina. Marooned. No ship, no prospects. The current had carried me here, and I couldn't swim against it. But I just needed a change of perspective. I'm a model fisherman, after all. Why, if I so wished, I could pop off my head and put it up somewhere high to get a good look around.
Wow! So you just popped your head off, Papa? Will I be able to do that when I grow up?
Better check with me before you try it, Nina. Now I could take a good look around. Progress! Soon I would escape, make my fortune, find Libertalia, and true freedom. An appetite for adventure, little Nina. But first... food. A sailor needs a full belly to keep body and soul together. I reached for the coconut, awake with hunger. Got it! Now, little shipmate, what do we do with coconuts?
Smash them!
Success! My mouth watered.
Hi! What's this? Who's stealing my coconuts?
That was when I heard a familiar voice. There, perched on the rock, an old rival of mine. Cunning and devious.
These coconuts are to feed my family. You cast stuff, old castaway. Unlike you, I have responsibilities.
Of course, I offered him my hand, but as always, he seized the advantage. When sailors disagree, little shipmate, sooner or later, someone starts to throw hands. This time it was my turn.
Papa, be nice. The coconuts are for his family.
Ah, yes, family can drive you mad. Oh, it was a duel for the ages, but finally, I got the upper hand. Then, treachery. Gave him a chance, and that crabby landlubber would take an arm and a leg. I had regained my footing, but my old rival had another trick up his sleeve. Oh. You see, he tried to turn my head, make me see things his way. He had my head in his clutches. I needed to free myself. Got him at last. Now, little shipmate, what do we say when we triumph?
Okay, I yield. Let's make a deal. If you give me one of those handy hands of yours, I'll give you my claw. Those nimble, handy fingers will help me smash coconuts, and I'm sure you could use a powerful pinch. Give me your hand, Bob, for old time's sake. Here is my clue. It's my best one. I promise. Merci, Bob. Now, no more leaving claw to mouse for my family.
Bye, Mr. Crab. What happened next, Papa?
Now, escape. There had to be a way out of this little cove. I saw a gate earlier, blocking the way. Perhaps my new claw could help. There was signs of life. A gate that was bound shut. Snip, snip. It was high time I got off this beach. But how? I thought I could smell... smoke?
Look up, Papa. Look up.
Oh. At least I knew what had happened to my boat. Ah, le téméraire. Tell me, Nina, if every part of a boat is repaired or replaced until not a plank of the original remains, is it still the same boat?
Well, what does the boat think?
True wisdom, little shipmate. Now, our way forward was blocked. The bridge was broken. But I suppose I could use the washed-up planks from Paul de la Téméraire. I only needed a few planks. Well, little buccaneer, can you find any planks?
All blue.
couldn't climb out with a hand and a claw. I needed something to help me climb. The solution had to be somewhere on that beach. It seemed I wasn't the first to wash up on this particular shore. The shack was shut up tight. For anyone except old Bob, that is. Yes, plenty of friends and buccaneers had passed through before me and left their mark. Lucky for me, fellow sea dogs were always willing to lend a hand. You see, when you find yourself on strange shores, you have to adapt if you want to change your fortune.
Whee! When I grow up, I want to be a flying pirate too, Papa.
I was no pirate, merely a seagoing scoundrel. And you, Nina, will fly higher than I ever did. Yes, I was shipwrecked, alone, marooned. But when you've hit rock bottom, ma petite, there's only one way to go. Up. But it would be hard going with only one hook. Perhaps if I had a second hook. Two hooks? Now I was twice the pirate. I mean, sailor. Finally, I neared the cliff top. Soon I could resume my search for Libertalia. The Isle of Pearl. At last, I was out of that little backwater. A campfire. I saw signs of life. But then, a chill came over me. Out in the harbor, a huge mothership. I knew that vessel, oh yes. It seemed I had stumbled on the island hideaway of Captain Kenred and a bloodthirsty pirate crew. Sinister figures crowded around. They had found me. I put up my hooks, ready to fight it out.
They didn't get you, Papa. Did they? What happened next?
Well, back to reality, Nina.
Are you there, Nina? Darling? Hello?
I'm here, Mum. Are you okay?
I'm fine, darling. How are you getting on down there? Are the models all packed up?
Oh, no. I've made a good start, though.
I hope you haven't just been playing around. The hours you and Bob used to spend making his models while he told you all those old stories.
All right, come on, Nina. Let's do one more box. Oh, yeah. I remember the story that went with this one. Bob imprisoned by the dreaded Captain Kenred. There's the cage. Now we need the prisoner. Where are you, Bob?
Papa, when you first met Mum, did she like you right away?
Not instantly.
What about you? Was it love at first sight?
But to understand that story, you must hear how I escaped the bloodthirsty Budmer pirates. But first, we need a fearsome pirate ship. Pass me the clue. Now you're mine, Bob! Cried Captain Kenred with a hideous laugh. Soon you will be in the clutches of the Kraken! We'll see about that, said Bob.
Uncanny impression, Bob. You really nailed the hideous laugh.
Captain Kenred? Did you hear that? That is,
You tell her, Papa. They say you're a fine sailor, Bob. But I didn't know you were a storyteller.
My greatest story is yet to come, Kenred. The tale of how I escaped the Bonne Mère and bested a captain.
So there. I'd heard you were a wit as well. I see the stories were half right. I hope you're ready to work, Bob. You don't have to be in one piece to scrub grog pots. And if you work hard, we'll put you back together. Curse you, Kenred.
You cannot keep me from my quest, Kenred. I shall find Libertalia.
Libertalia. Bob, no one ever gets to Libertalia. Don't you know that? Oh, don't tell me that that's what you're all about. The land of perfect freedom? I searched for it too, Bob. There's no such place. Like I said, if you stay here and work, we'll put you back together. Look, I've got to go. I never let my men carouse without me. Bad form.
Well, yes, that would be bad form. A noble sentiment. Perhaps if we were not mortal adversaries, we could have been shipmates.
Right, sure. Libertalia. Ha!
So, there I was, captive of a cruel, yet strangely compelling pirate captain.
So, how did you get out of her clutches?
This would be my greatest escape yet. I was sure I could get one hand free. I wouldn't get far without my sea legs.
There you go.
In a cage nearby, I could see the claw my old rival had given me. I had to unlock the cage. Now things were coming together. My head had got me into this mess. Now my head would have to get me out.
Yeah, no one takes a piece out of old Bob.
Yes, yes. Our hero was back in one piece. Now, to escape. They had put me in the hold, like common cargo. I had to unlock the door. The door was locked, naturellement. Sailor, storyteller, escapologist. Is there anything Bob can't do?
Is that a spare Bob head?
The secret passage ahead was locked. But this old head of mine still held this old thing? I can't wear this around the place. I always kept the skeleton key in my head.
All your models always had a little secret trapdoor somewhere, didn't they? No wonder you always escaped in your stories.
Shh, little shipmate. We're trying to escape, remember? Through the porthole, I spied my boat, Le Téméraire. The scurvy dogs had commandeered him. Nothing for it, I had to commandeer him back. The ship was in some disrepair. I had to fix the elevator control to go up.
What did Captain Kenrid mean when she said she'd put you back together?
Well, perhaps Kenred was not quite as fierce and cruel as a reputation. Formidable, sure. The engine room, what a beast. Getting to the other side would take every ounce of my cunning. Again, Bob must climb ever upwards. If only I still had a climbing hook. I saw a way to climb. If only I had a hook. Now we could make progress. I would need to repair another of the pirates' machine. The feared Bonne Mare was falling apart. The parts I needed would not be far away. I needed to find the pieces and fit them in. It seemed I'd be leaving, but they're in better shape than I found it. Oh, hush, Bob. Keep moving forward. How could I get across the gap?
All these moving parts. Why did he build these models and tell these stories over and over? Is this why you like building models? Because you're always fixing machines.
Ah, yes. Again, I was fixing the pirate's ship for them. Looked like I needed several cogs. There would be spare cogs somewhere inside the ship's giant engine. There should be one last cog laying around. There must be a loose cog somewhere inside this big engine. I'm sure I could find spare cogs inside the engine. I'm sure I could find spare cogs inside the engine. I was starting to smell fresh air. I was nearing the upper decks. The exit was right there, but closed, of course. I just needed a way to open the elevator gate. At last, I reached the crew area. My escape was getting dangerous, but nothing would keep me from my quest for true freedom. Ah, the captain's cabin. Kenred said she, too, had searched for Libertalia. Perhaps there were clues. Legend said that to enter Libertalia, you must sacrifice a great treasure. If Kenred gave up on the quest, perhaps the treasure was still here. Got it. An experienced treasure hunter, I made quick work of the search. Kenred's treasure, a mystical jeweled egg. This would get me into Libertalia. like the proverbial thief. Treasure hunter in the night. I was gone. Was the egg in my bag? On the upper decks, state-of-the-art security. No surprise with the treasure I'd found. I'd need an extra pair of hands to access the control room. It was clear this ship had far too many spare hands on deck.
Piracy forecast. So whether I outdoors law-abiding brothers, the first mate of the fearsome Captain Kenred, sighted ashore to rule the court. Remember, the medium.
Kenred had told me about the cruise party. With all of them sleeping like stones, I could safely explore their quarters. I would need a safe pair of hands. I needed the right hands for the job.
I remember asking if you had any tattoos, Papa.
Your mother has forbidden me to answer that. There, on the deck, my ship, Le Téméraire. Looks like they had already repaired him. Done a nice job, too. My ship was in dry dock. I had to use the crane to move it. The crane control box was locked. If I wanted to control the crane, I had to become the crane. There, in the corner, a winch system which would free Le Téméraire. If I could slide him over to it, I would have to move those cargo containers out of the way first. I could slide the containers along the rails. We will be at sea in no time.
We did it! We always got there in the end, Papa.
But why did you make such complicated models?
Life is complicated, Nina. I can't just walk over. How do I get myself to the boat? Now, how do I reach the boat? Traveling in style. Le téméraire. How I've missed you, mon ami. Escape was at hand, but then my heart stopped. Who should leap aboard Le Téméraire but...
Captain Kenred. Not so fast, Bob! You have something in mind.
Kenred, don't try to stop me. This treasure will grant me passage into Libertalia.
You're a fool, Bob, and you don't know what you're playing with. The Kraken's egg is a magical link that can't be broken. Give me the egg.
You are an egg. Ha!
You're an idiot! Bob, that is not some treasure. It's a responsibility. And frankly, you don't seem the responsible type.
I am Bob, you beguiling buccaneer, and I will be the one to reach Libertalia. Kenred! The Kraken's egg. It's split in half. And Kenred... You see, Nina, when you have met a worthy opponent, victory, she's not always so sweet.
Damn, Papa. I'd forgotten that part. And the sound the Kraken made? Not exactly Saturday morning cartoon stuff. No wonder Mum was always annoyed at your stories.
Nina, darling, are you there?
Hi, Mum. How are you feeling?
You must be nearly finished packing up your father's stuff. I'm so glad you're taking it home, darling. I just never could face it.
It's okay, Mum. I feel like I'm connecting with him. You know, I was so young.
Hello? I'm sorry. The nurse is here. Who is this?
You were telling me about Bob, Mum.
Vous avez dû faire un faux numéro. Bob? Non, désolé, personne ne te l'a dit. Bob est parti.
It's okay, Mum. I know. Bob isn't around anymore. God, she's just slipping away. Right, come on. Let's box some stuff up. Let's do the weird little room at the back. I can't put it off anymore. Oh, I remember this story, Papa. You converted a fish tank for underwater models so you could tell the story of the map to Libertalia. when Mum made you take me for a bath, you finished the story with me in the tub, splashing around being the Kraken. We got water everywhere, and you got in trouble again. Téméraire is missing only one thing. It's Captain. Nearly at Libertalia at last, eh, Papa? A life of adventure and freedom. I mean, sign me up.
So, there I was, a few weeks older and wiser since my encounter with Captain Kenred. I had escaped with Alpha Loot to pay my way into Libertalia. Now, all I needed was to find it. I was aboard my beloved boat, the Téméraire, the wind at my back, and with only one more step to reach true freedom. Legend said that the map of Libertalia was lost aboard a Spanish galleon that sank at these very coordinates.
Okay, Papa. So, you were a diver too?
But of course, never much of a swimmer, I will admit. But I always had a talent for sinking. Ah, la mer. The galleon had sunk amid a maze of rocks and coral. And worse, explosive deep-sea mines. Impossible to reach. Or so they said, but I had a plan, and it would go perfectly this time around. You see, I had tried once already, in a small submarine of my own design, but there was a navigational miscalculation, and I was forced to float to safety. This time, I was determined. My submarine, the Ringo. She could plot the treacherous path to the galleon. But like a captain, she had lost a few pieces here and there. A propeller, a spring, a key. Oh mon Dieu. But fortunately, everything I needed could be salvaged from the wrecks of other, less committed treasure hunters. I wouldn't find submarine pieces down there, but plenty of other places to explore. I would need 2 hooks to fully explore the area. Now, where could I find hooks? Down below? Who should I meet in those depths but an old friend?
I remember. The biggest fish ever caught by man.
The one that got away. Well, she did seem a little smaller than I remembered. But this time, she seemed firmly cowed.
Is that you, Bob? Get me out of here. I was scavenging grab for my kids, and I got snagged.
So you got tied down, my old friend. Meanwhile, I'm on the edge of true freedom.
You'll understand one day, Bob. Look, cut me loose, and I help you out.
I could cut her free with a crab claw.
Ouch! Oh, Bob. You saved me. Just like I saved you last time.
That's not how I remember it.
You're going after the wreck, aren't you? I can help, and I think you can help me. Close your eyes. There, a nice swishy fish tail will help you find your way through the coral. And I'll keep hold of your lubbery legs. Hey, these are pretty good. Maybe I could go stroll into one of your surfers' supermarkets to find food for my kids.
And with that, I was a merbob. Now, I could swim and could search high and low for the missing parts. but Ringo needed a key to start. No more folk was going to steal my ride. I had hidden the key in a chest nearby. Now I remember. During my earlier mishap, I left key to the Ringo in this chest.
So, it was a wind-up submarine, was it?
Of course. There is no fuel more reliable than a little elbow grease.
Ew.
I could just see the submarine spring, but it was in among the spiny urchins. This would take a gentle hand. Shiver me timbers! Ouch! Ah! Cursed urchin! There. The Ringo needed a new propeller. Where could I find one? This trench device would do for a propeller. Now we were getting somewhere. Now, time to wind up the Ringo. Haha! She lives! The Ringo delves the depths again, ready to plunder, explore. Libertalia, I shall find you. This is why I built the Ringo. Deep sea mines. But with her powerful arms, I can send the mines flying. Time to show what you can do, Ringo. Let's clear a pass. No more rock. Feel the might of Ringo. All done tight.
I was in the bath when you told me this part. Mum asked you if you really had to splash so much water just to tell a story.
Only when you do it properly. Farewell, my friend. It was an honor to sail with you.
Poor Ringo.
Behold, the wreck of the Doncella. If the legend was true, somewhere inside the hull lay the map to Libertalia. I explored the wreck, looking for a way inside. How could I get inside and discover the galleon's secrets? treasure hunting legend. The map of Libertalia is close. I can feel it. Come on, there's always a secret compartment somewhere. Where could they have hidden it? Eureka! Where is the map? They must have hidden it when the ship began to sink. At last, I am so close to true freedom. When I am in Libertalia, then everything will make sense. It must. I had survived the depths. It had been my greatest trial. But surely now, my greatest reward. But as I returned to the Téméraire, a strange light showed where I had hidden my treasure. My half of the jeweled egg had gained a mystical glow. But that could only mean...
Captain Kenrid!
And suddenly, I spied a sail on the horizon. The Bonne Mère. Captain Kenred had found me.
Bob? Bob, you sea dog! I know that's you!
Kenred. She was pursuing me, but of course, it was the egg that led her to me. Sacre bleu, not again. Not now.
I told you before, Bob. The egg is not a prize, it's a responsibility. And now you've awakened her.
I felt a stirring in the ocean below me. Could it be at last? The pitiless hunter, the terror of the deep.
The Kraken!
Yes, the beast was chasing the Bonne Mère. Perhaps breaking the egg had disturbed the creature.
Damn you, Bob.
Kenred was facing it alone, but I had the map. And now, nothing was standing between me and Libertalia. So, I turned. I set my sails for freedom, and I left the sound of the Kraken's roar behind me.
I'd forgotten that bit. Not exactly heroic stuff, Papa. Why did you tell the story that way?